And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Dolores. Now, Dolores is a game from Bruno Faidutti and Eric Lang, and it is based on the prisoner's dilemma. The prisoner's dilemma has always been something that fascinates me because it's a really interesting topic. You know, if you both pick peace, if you both pick share, whatever it is, if you both pick the good option, you both get something good. But if one person is greedy and selfish, they can get everything. Unless both players are greedy and selfish, in which case they get nothing. There was even a game show that was based on this, which really fell apart because in real life, this prisoner's dilemma just does not work at all. And I would hope to see it in some sort of board game because I like the idea. And in a board game, the stakes aren't so high, right? If I lose some points in a board game, I'm not going to get upset at you while if we're splitting $1,000 and you take $1,000 and I get nothing. There might be some hard feelings that are held there. Either way, it's a really interesting idea, and I think it could fit in a game, and that's what Dolores is. You have found a sunken treasure, and you're pirates, and you're splitting the loot. That's pretty much all Dolores is. The prisoner's dilemma with one twist at it. Let me show you. Players are going to be collecting treasures over the course of the game. And as you collect these treasures, you're going to see their different types. So here I have treasures that are bottles. Here I have a treasure that is an umbrella. Here I have treasure that looks like it's just gold. And as you get these treasures, you're going to place them in front of you in groups like this. So here's one that's a 2, so this will be over here. And at the end of the game, you are going to score for your largest group and your smallest group only. In this case, I'm going to score for everything because my smallest group is 1 card, so all 3 of those, and my largest group is 2 cards. Let's say I got another blue card, I would still score for everything, but let's say I got another blue card, then I would score 5 points for this, 1 and 1, but these would not score because they're in the middle. So building evenly is a useful thing here. Now, players are going to start with a certain number of these cards, but over the course of the game, each round, one person's going to go and they're going to deal with the person to their left. They're going to draw 4 cards, 2 for me and 2 for you. We then are going to divide this treasure. And by doing this, players are going to basically say 1, 2, 3 and stick out their hand. They're either going to say peace, an open hand, fight, a closed fist, or first pick, raised thumb. Now, the best option for both players is if they both say peace. If they do, they each get their 2 cards. However, if one person says peace and the other person uses a fist, that person gets everything. If both people use a fist, no one gets anything. Now, first pick is where things get a little unusual. If one person does first pick and the other person does peace, then the person who's first pick can take one of their cards, or they can take one of the opponent's cards. They can take any card they want. And then the other person who said peace gets their cards. So they're going to get 1 or 2 cards, probably 1. If one person says first pick and the other person says fight, then again, the first pick person gets 1 card, and then the person who says fight gets the rest. But if both players say first pick, then all the cards are discarded, just like if you both said fight, and each player must also get rid of one whole set of goods that they have in front of them. Now, most of the time, players are going to be going for different types of treasures. There's 7 of each treasure that's a number 1, 3 number 2s, and 1 number 3. And you're going for the value of treasures. But there's also message cards that will be shuffled into the deck. You don't use every single one. And when these come up, you will fight for these just like you do anything else. And these, when you get these, you can keep it in front of you and use it like basically a special card. Like this one here, you can cancel 2 people saying peace and make them go over again. This one here, the cards are face down in the next sharing contest, and this person can look at whoever plays this card can look at the cards, share some of the information or not. It's up to them. This person here, you can basically bet on their choices, and you are trying to guess what some other people are going to do as they divide the treasure, and if you're correct, you will get the cards instead of them. And so these cards will change the game up a little bit. Anyway, you're going to keep going till the Dawn card shows up. There's a card in the bottom 16 of the deck. When this card shows up, the game ends immediately, and we score like I already talked about. Whoever has the most points is the winner. Now, Dolores is a fast game. It goes up to 4 players, and no matter, even if you're playing with 4 players, you're going to be involved much of the time. I mean, let's say we're playing 4 players, I'm going with the person to my left, then they go with the person to their left, they go with the person to their left, then the person to my right goes with me. So I'm playing half the time, and turns are really fast. Turn over 4 cards, stick out your hands, boom, 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 boom. Now, it doesn't go always that fast. Sometimes you're sitting there going, what do I want to do? And sometimes there's the discussion, right? Let's both put out peas. Let's do this. Lying back and forth. There's some things that are involved there. And that's the whole fun of the game. The whole fun of Dolores is sitting there going, are you going to be peaceful with me? And I like the concept. Like I said, in real life, this would be a hideous way to do anything because it kind of rewards greed and punishes greed at the same time. I think greed should always be punished, right? And in this game, you both put out fists. It's like, we lose everything. But in a game, in real life, this can be frustrating. In a game, it works, especially since you're doing it so many times. Sure, yeah, we both put out fists. We both put out thumbs up, which is 90% bad, but occasionally can be good. If I have 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3, having to get rid of one of my own sets, I'll get rid of the 1, and suddenly all my 2s are more valuable. But usually it's bad. And so, being peaceful, there's a bad thing about everything. Be peaceful. If the other person is going to use anything other than peace, you're in trouble. If you are going to fight, if the other person fights, you're in trouble. Although if they use peace or thumbs up. So fight has slightly better odds. However, it can have a massive chance of total failure too. And then the thumbs up has a really good thing, but you only get 1 card, but it's the card you want, but it has the worst penalty if the other person puts their thumbs up. So I like that. It's back and forth. It's simple. Grab some cards, reveal them, so on and so forth. The game is really the same thing over and 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 over again. The event cards kind of shake things up, but the game is not that long. We're talking 20 minutes or so, and it's fun. However, it's like a filler that I enjoy. Everyone enjoys it. It's a great time. And when we're done, we're like, okay, what's next? Very rarely have I played this game and people are like, let's try it again. Because they kind of got their fill. It was interesting. They got their cards they wanted. The game even has an interesting rule that if all your stacks are the same, you double your points. So if you can get 2 of every card, which is hard to do, but if you can get them, you double the points and you will likely win if you can pull that off. And so the treasures are nice. It's neat. It's fun to collect the different items. The special cards add a bit fun to the game, although it is you have to look them all up. I wish they had put some text on them, but it plays quickly, and it's that whole, are you gonna lie to me? You lied to me last time, because there's in-game, well, the last 2 times you used your fist, so why am I gonna believe that you'll do peace this time? Well, listen, we got to do peace, because listen, if you're gonna put out the fighting, we're gonna get nothing, and then Susan's gonna win. We cannot let Susan win. Come on, guys, let's do this. I like that. And it would probably be too intense for a longer game. But for a game that's 20 minutes, a game that's a great opener to a game night, maybe a closer. Maybe you'd go home pretty annoyed at each other. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't think this game makes you that annoyed with one another because you're kind of expecting betrayal throughout this game. And it is possible to be betrayed so much that you just get obliterated, which again, in a 20-minute game is not a big deal. So I'll call this a great opener to a game night. It's not something I want to play all the time, but it is something that I do enjoy. I think it does a good job at presenting the prisoner's dilemma. That's Dolores. Dice Tower Judgment approved.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.
Yeah?